Hey there. Welcome to Bushwhacked Adventures. Are you ready to journey into the wilderness and explore the great outdoors? Hello, and thank you for joining us on our drive through Zion National Park as we travel from the east entrance to the Canyon Junction, and then up the north road passing the Court of Patriarchs, the Zion Grotto, the Big Bend, and Angel's Landing, before returning to the junction and finishing the drive to the south entrance. I will share a bit of history for the park as learned from my experience and give credit to the internet for the vast searchable resources available today. 5 million visitors per year come to this desert mecca to experience the sheer beauty of Zion National Park. Most come in the busy summer months to explore and enjoy the stunning cliffs, thrilling hikes, or simply to capture a photo they will cherish for a lifetime. The Zion Mount Carmel Highway and Tunnel began construction in 1927 and was completed in 1930, measuring 1.1 miles long with no artificial lighting. The tunnel and highway were built to shorten travel times in southern Utah and to connect Zion's upper and lower canyons, as well as facilitate travel to other parks like Bryce Canyon and Grand Canyon. At the time of its completion, the Zion Mount Carmel Tunnel was the longest non-urban road tunnel in the United States. The tunnel features windows or galleries carved into the sandstone, providing natural light, ventilation, and spectacular views for travelers. Travel from the east to west provides stunning views of the sheer red rock cliffs when you exit the tunnel. These cliffs, tower hundreds to thousands of feet above the Virgin River, which meanders through the network of narrow canyons. Anciently, the Puebloan, Fremont, and Southern Paiute Indian groups settled in this area as many as 7,000 years ago, naming the area Makuntuweap. The first modern settlers, Mormon pioneers, arrived in the late 1800s, calling the region Zion, which is ancient Hebrew for sanctuary or refuge. In 1909, surveyors were able to convince President Taft to protect the area. In Proclamation 877, he set aside 16,000 acres for the Makuntuweap National Monument to preserve its, as quoted, many natural features of unusual archaeological, geological, and geographic interests, close quote. The name changed in 1918 to Zion National Monument, and in 1919 received the official name for which it is known today, Zion National Park. The Court of Patriarchs in Zion National Park, a sandstone cliff on the south side of the Three Patriarchs, was named in 1916 by Frederick Fisher, a Methodist minister, for the biblical figures Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The Grotto marked the end of the road in the early days of the park as a campground constructed by the young men of the Civilian Conservation Corps. The CCC was developed by President Franklin D. Roosevelt and sent groups throughout the West to various projects. I referenced them in episode 41 when I visited Simpson Springs along the Pony Express Trail. Early settlers began farming in the canyon in the early 1860s and planted corn, squash, tobacco, and fruit trees in the riparian areas near the Virgin River to grow near the native cottonwoods, junipers, and desert scrub that have thrived for millennia. The Angel's Landing Trail, a renowned hike in Zion National Park, was named by Frederick Vining Fisher in 1916, who exclaimed, "Only an angel could land there," and the trail itself was constructed in 1926. Park Ranger Harold Russell is believed to have been the first person to stand on the summit in 1923, along with David Dennett, before the trail was officially constructed. This section is where the famous Zion Lodge is located. It was designed by William Stanley Underwood in the rustic style. The Zion Lodge opened in May 1925, serving as the centerpiece of Zion's visitor facilities, and later expanded with cabins. In 1966, fire destroyed the original lodge, which was rebuilt and underwent extensive renovations in the 1990s to restore its original look. We hope you have enjoyed a short vocal history of Zion National Park to accompany us on the drive. If you are one of the millions of individuals that have not visited Zion and enjoyed the content, please share with a friend that you think might enjoy as well. Consider subscribing for future content. Thanks for joining. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Click the bell to receive notifications for future content. That's all, folks. See you on our next adventure.